In the previous class, we were solving numerical problems. We'll continue that. We'll finish last one more numerical problem, and then look into the qualitative aspect of electrons. A current of 3.7 amperes is passed for 360 minutes between nickel electrode of 2 molar solution of nickel nitrate. What will be molarity of solution at the end of electron? What is asked is molarity of solution. Molarity is nothing but number of moles divided by volume. What is given to us is 2 molar solution. Solution is 2 molar. Therefore, by default, what you must consider is 2 mole of nickel nitrate is dissolved in 1 liter of solution. This is what by default we must consider for a 2 molar solution. 2 mole of nickel nitrate dissolved in 1 liter of solution. This is what we have as electrolyte. Nickel ion is present. We are passing electricity. What happens? Cation moves towards cathode, undergoes reduction and converts into nickel. So as the reaction proceeds, as the electrolysis reaction proceeds, concentration of nickel ion decreases. Concentration of nickel ion decreases. Decrease artha. Therefore, what will be molarity of solution at the end of electrolysis? Therefore, what is the molarity? After nickel ion undergoes reduction, finally, how much Ni2 plus is remaining? How many moles of nickel is remaining? Nickel ಎಷ್ಟು moles ಉಳಿಯಿತು. Therefore, volume remains same. Volume will not change because aqueous solution water remains same. Only the solute is the one which undergoes reduction. The number of moles of nickel is to change that in the calculate. Then we can find out molarity. Therefore, to find out how much nickel undergoes deposition, what equation we have? Equivalent mass divided by 96,500 into I into T. If we find out what mass of nickel gets deposited, ಎಷ್ಟು nickel deposit ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ mass can be converted into moles by dividing by molar mass. ಎಷ್ಟು mass consume ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ find out ಮಾಡಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು moles consume ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ find out ಮಾಡಿ, then subtract it from the original moles, then remaining number of moles we get, divide it by volume, then we will get the molarity. 3.7 amperes. Before that, atomic mass of nickel is 58 and number of electrons required to reduce nickel ion is 2. Therefore, equivalent mass is atomic mass divided by 2. Therefore, 58.7 divided by 2. And in the denominator, we have 96,500 into current 3.7 amperes into 360 minutes into 60, because to convert minute into second, I multiplied again by 60. That gives you the mass of nickel. The calculation madi 58.7 divided by 2 into 3.7 into 360 into 60 divided by 2 into 96,500. For your board examinations, ಇದೇ ತರ solve ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Use this method, systematic ಆಗಿ solve ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. You will get the mass of nickel deposit. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು ನೋಡಿ. 8.7 divided by 2 into 3.7 into 360 into 60, convert minute into second, divide by 96,500. You will get 27.370. This is the mass, 27.3. Mass of nickel deposit. Andre, from your solution, is solution in the 27.3 gram of 27.3 gram of nickel ಏನಾಯ್ತು nickel ions ಏನಾಯ್ತು they are converted into metallic nickel. Therefore, what happens? Concentration of nickel ion decreases. Number of moles of solute decreases. Nickel ion in a concentration ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಯ್ತು. Right? If the concentration is decreased, number of moles is decreased, we'll find out exactly how many moles is decreased. Mass is 27.3, the field ಮಾಡುವ 27.3 divided by molar mass is 58.7, you get 0.04. Initial number of moles was 2. Now the number of moles of nickel decreased is 0.414. The remaining moles is 1.57 divided by 1 liter what we had taken initially. Therefore, it is 1.586. Now, this kind of questions, ನಮಗೆ for your board examination, question ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ. Because this next step usually board exam ಗೆ ಕೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. This is for competitive examination. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ, just let me finish. This is ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ next step ಇಂದ it will be for competitive examination. Till here, it may be asked for board examination. Or till here, what is the mass of nickel deposited? What is the mass of nickel ion that undergoes? Okay.
Sir, yes. There 0.414 it is in moles, no sir.
Yes.
But 2.0 is in mole per liter, no sir. How did we?
Then the beginning, what is given is 2 molar solution. What is the meaning of 2 molar solution? 2 molar solution ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 moles dissolved in 1 liter of solution. 2 moles dissolved in 1 liter of solution. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಇನ್ನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದೇನೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಇದು ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಕಲರ್ ಬರೆದ ಕಾರಣ ಕಾಣಲಿಲ್ಲ. Moles. For that, we are dividing by 1 liter. What we have taken initially, solution volume will not change with this reaction. Solute matra consume matra. The volume of the solution remains same. Number of moles of solute is initially it was 2. Now decrease is 0.414. When you subtract that, this is what you get. Divided by 1 liter, default molarity in number of moles dissolved in 1 liter of solution by default. If any, for example, 1 molar solution is put here, 2 molar solution. For no, 2 molar solution is put here. This can be 4 moles dissolved in 2 liters or 2 moles dissolved in 1 liter. Finally, you basically simplify ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದ್ರೆ 2 molar solution ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ either it is 4 moles dissolved in 2 liters. Or if you simplify that, it is 2 moles dissolved in 1 liter. 5 molar solution and it may be 10 moles dissolved in 2 liters. But if you simplify that, it is finally what you get 5 moles dissolved in 1 liter. Therefore, by default, every time if a molarity value is given, it means that those many moles are dissolved in 1 liter of solution. Did you get the point?
Sir, not sir, not that sir. This here 0.414 mole is there, no sir. It's in number. You found out number of moles, no sir. There.
Yeah.
Should we not divide by 1000, sir?
Divide by 1 liter. 1000 liter alla. 1 liter.
1000 milliliters.
1000 milliliter is equal to 1 liter. No. Why you want to divide by 1000 milliliter? 1000 milliliter ಯಾಕೆ divide ಮಾಡಬೇಕು?
Okay, sir. Okay.
What is molarity? 2 moles
Moles
dissolved
per
in 1 liter, right?
yes.
Initially this was 2 moles dissolved in 1 liter, right? This is also 0.014 by 1 liter. No? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Therefore, we have solved 3 different types of problems based on which questions we have done. These are like very simple problems, it's very complicated problems, board examination, but to solve these Faraday's law ಮೇಲಿರೋ problems ಅನ್ನು solve ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ you need to understand the concept correctly. If you have not understood the concept correctly, it will be, even if the problem is very easy, it will not be able to solve the numerical problems. Concept is very simple. 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulombs. That is equal to charge present over 1 mole of electrons. And when we pass 1 mole of electron, mass deposited will be always equal to equivalent mass. Istu correct ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. This entire Faraday's law and quantitative aspect of electrolysis is that in ಇಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ. 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulomb. That is equal to 1 mole of electron. When you pass 1 mole of electron, mass deposited or mass liberated, mass deposited or mass liberated is equal to equivalent mass. In today's session, I will complete this qualitative aspect of product of electrolysis. Last year, ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು because reduced syllabus ಇತ್ತು. The remaining next topic was not included for the reduced syllabus. That is applications of electrochemistry into ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ part ಇದೆ. But this year, because the PU board has mentioned to complete the 100% syllabus, after we complete this, in the next week, from Monday onwards, we'll take up that part. That part is slightly more of memory based. We'll continue that and finish in 1 or 2 classes in the next week. Therefore, today is very important topic for your board as well as your competitive examination, qualitative analysis of electrolysis, qualitative aspect of electrolysis. Under this, we'll be mainly studying what product do we get on electrolysis. Electrolysis ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ what product do we get? Or product of electrolysis is what comes under qualitative aspect. A simple example, if you take copper sulfate, in the molten form, ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ, ದೆನ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುವ, ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುವ. Molten copper sulfate. What does molten copper sulfate contain? Molten copper sulfate ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತದೆ? As answer ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ. I'll try to be attentive and interactive. What will be there in the molten copper sulfate?
Copper and sulfate ions.
Copper and
Copper ion and sulfate.
Sulfate ions.
Only these 2 ions will have. One cation, one anion. One cation, one anion. Therefore, you have cation which moves towards cathode. What is the charge of cathode? What is the sign of cathode?
Negative.
Minus. Therefore, copper ion moves towards cathode, will take up electron and convert into copper metal. Sulfate will move towards which electrode? Anode. Which is positive and undergoes oxidation into S2O8 2 minus. So balance ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ. Now we need not look into their E0 values. If this entire process is performed under inert electrodes. What is inert electrode therefore? As the name suggests, inert gas, inert metals, inert
Does not.
electrodes are the electrodes which do not take part in the reaction. They do not take part in the reaction. Therefore, if you perform this electrolysis of molten copper sulfate under inert electrodes, we need not look into any other thing. Cation undergoes reduction at cathode, anion undergoes oxidation at anode. These are the products what we always get. Now, the same reaction of copper sulfate, molten copper sulfate, if we perform by keeping copper electrodes, ಎರಡು electrodes copper ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. For example, if you see the electrolytic cell, we require two electrodes, one cathode and one anode. Anode, cathode. We have copper ion, sulfate ion. Normally, copper ion moves here, sulfate ion will move here and undergoes reduction and oxidation. But electrode what you have used here is copper electrode. In other words, it is not an inert electrode. Our electrodes can take part in the reaction. It can take part in the reaction. Therefore, you have copper ion, sulfate ion, and copper metal, metallic copper. There were three species you have. Metallic copper in the electrodes. Electrodes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು copper. Solution or electrolyte ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು copper ion, sulfate ion, molten ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Again I have taken molten. Copper ion and sulfate ion. Therefore, three species you have. Because we have three species, you must look into those values. Cu2 plus two electrons forming Cu. What is the electrode potential value? Plus 0.34. S2O8 2 minus plus 2 electrons forming SO4 2 minus. Balance ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Now ನಾನೇನು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ? What reaction am I writing? Which reaction am I writing? Always when I write the reaction, which reaction I must write? I must write reduction reaction because these two are reduction potential. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು reduction reactions ಬರಿತಾ ಇರೋದು. In this electrolytic cell, what we have? We have copper metal, copper ion.
Breaking, sir.
Whether it is audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the electrolytic cell, what are the species we have? We have copper metal, copper ion, and sulfate ion. Sulfate ion unto copper ion unto copper metal ide. These are the two potentials which are involved. ಈ ಮೂರು ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಈ ಎರಡು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಮೂರು ಸಹ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕಾಪರ್ ಇದೆ, ಕಾಪರ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಇದೆ, ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆನೋಡ್. ಇದು ಆನೋಡ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಕಾಪರ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್. ರೈಟ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ we don't have S2OA2 minus ions ಇಲ್ಲ. In this reaction species we don't have this. ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲ S2OA2 minus. Anions ಇದೆ. Anions will always move towards anode. Anion ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು? ಆನೋಡ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. Because negative charge is attracted by positive. Cathode ಗೆ ಯಾವ ions ಹೋಗಬೇಕು? cations ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. Because negative attracts positive. Therefore, what are the anion cation we have? Copper ion we have, sulfate ion we have. Now, copper ion reduction ಆಗುವಾಗ electrode potential value is 0.34. Therefore, copper ion moves towards cathode and undergoes reduction to copper. Now, ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ. sulfate ion reduction potential is 1.98. So sulfate alone. This is disulfide for oxo disulfide. This ion you will come across under 16th group of P block. ಅಲ್ಲಿದರ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೇಮ್ ಡೈಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ಇಂದ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ನೇಮ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಡೈಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್, ಪೆರಾಕ್ಸೋ ಡೈಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ or disulfate. Disulfate undergoes reduction to sulfate. ಅದರ electrode potential value 1.98 ಇದೆ. ಹೌದಾ? Therefore what you may think this ಇದು ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. But this will not undergo reduction because it is ಯಾವ್ದು ion ಇದು? It is anion. Anion will not move towards cathode. Anion moves towards anode. Cation moves towards cathode. Therefore ಇದರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. Therefore cation ಏನಿದೆ? Copper ion ಇದೆ. It undergoes reduction. Copper metals ಇದೆ. Anode is made up of copper. Cathode is also made up of copper. Copper metal ಇದೆ cathode ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Can this metal undergo reduction? Copper metal reduction ಆಗಬಹುದಾ? Copper metal will it again take up electron and form copper ion, anion? Copper metal taking 2 electron and forming Cu2 minus. Is it possible? No, it is not possible because it's a metal. ನಮ್ಮ common sense ಇದೆ, it is a metal. Metal will not prefer undergoing reduction. ಇದು ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. therefore ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಲೋ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅದು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುದಿಲ್ಲ because metals will not undergo reduction. Therefore only possibilities copper ion undergoing reduction and converting into copper in the cathode. Cathode ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? copper ion ಬರ್ತದೆ, reduction ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Now in the anode ಗೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ನೋಡಿ. anode is positively charged. You have sulfate ion, SO4 2- ion ಇದೆ. Along with that, in the electrode of anode, what we have is copper. Electrode of anode is copper. Anode copper in the ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Therefore anode ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have two species, copper and sulfate ion. What reaction they can undergo? Oxidation. Anode ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? Oxidation ಆಗಬೇಕು. Oxidation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is a reverse of reaction which we have written. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿರುವ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇನ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. Right? Are you understanding the concept? Yes, in the anode, oxidation must happen. Oxidation reactions are reverse of what we have written. We have learnt under galvanic cell. Galvanic cell ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ? Higher reduction potential favors reduction. Lower reduction potential favors oxidation. Lower reduction potential favors oxidation. Therefore, between sulfate ion and copper metal, which favors oxidation? ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ. ಯಾವುದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಗೆ ಫೇವರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು?
Sulfate.
Copper or sulfate ion? We have two species.
Copper.
ನಾವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆನೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್ ಇದೆ. therefore there is a competition now. Sulfate ion and copper metal. Sulfate ion and copper metal in a madhya, there is a competition for oxidation. Oxidation is a competition ide. Now which wins the competition? Which is more favorable? Which reaction is more favorable for oxidation? Sulfate undergoing oxidation or copper metal undergoing oxidation? You can note that by this electrode potential value. Lower reduction potential value favors oxidation. So 0.34 is a lower value than 1.98. Therefore oxidation is favored by copper. ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ in that electrolytic reaction ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ cathode ಅಲ್ಲಿ only one species was there which was competing. Therefore, ಒಂದೇ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್ ಇರುವಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ವಿನ್ ದ ರೇಸ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ MTR ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ ನೆನಪಾಗಬಹುದು. In the anode, what we have two species. We have copper metal and sulfate ion. Which wins the race? The one which has lower reduction potential value, because that is the one which must undergo oxidation. Copper has a lower reduction potential value. Therefore, in the anode, copper converts into Cu2 plus by the loss of 2 electrons. Therefore, molten copper sulfate ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು, if you have taken molten copper sulfate and if you pass electricity to 2 electrodes, what do you observe? ನೀವೇನು observe ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, as time proceed ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗೆ size of the anode decreases. Anode in a size ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Size of anode decreases. ಯಾಕೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಕಾಪರ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Copper metal present here converts into copper ion. And copper ion undergoes reduction. Size of cathode increases. Cathode in a size increase ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. Anode size decreases, cathode size increases. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡಿ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು Faraday's law. Substance liberated or substance deposited. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ. 2 electron here, 2 electron here. Therefore, copper, therefore this is used in this is linked to your chapter of metallurgy. The chapter ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಈಗ ಮೆಟಲರ್ಜಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. In this new syllabus we have it as general isolation of elements ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. Here under this chapter, this is a method for purification of copper. Copper purification ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಮೆಥಡ್. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? Impure copper metal is taken as anode. Copper metal with impurity, ಕೆಲವು ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಕಾಪರ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆನೋಡ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇ ಟೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಆನೋಡ್. ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್? ಆನೋಡ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು, ಆನೋಡ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಾಪರ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗೆ ಆಲ್ ದ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಪರ್ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಂಪ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಕಾಪರ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ cathode is pure ಆಗ್ತದೆ, pure copper ಆಗ್ತದೆ cathode. ಎಲ್ಲ copper ions present in solution will go on depositing on cathode, because cathode ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ reaction ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Anode ಅಲ್ಲಿ this reaction. Copper converts into copper ion. Impurities along with copper deposit here. ಅದನ್ನು anode mud ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. In electrolysis, general isolation, purification ಅಲ್ಲಿ it is called as anode mud. This principle is used here. This principle is used. Therefore, the gist of this explanation is, if electrodes are reactive, then you must consider its E0 value as a competitive for reduction and oxidation. Electrodes reactive ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, consider its E0 value in selecting the product of electrolysis. ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಡಿನ E0 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. if the electrodes are reactive. Normally inert electrodes ಅಂತ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ inert ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ platinum, gold, silver, ಈ electrodes usually use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ they take it as, they consider it as inert and they use. Normally other electrodes common ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕಾಪರ್, or ಇಲ್ಲಿ inert ಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. Commonly reactive electrodes they take copper as an example. So when you have a copper electrode or a reactive electrode, consider its E0 values also. Now coming to ಇನ್ನೊಂದು example and therefore 2 points ಆಯ್ತು ಈಗ I'll just ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಣ್ಣ point ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. One is inert electrode ಇರುವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, reactive electrode ಇರುವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು. Now we'll take one more example. Sodium chloride in water. Therefore, in this example, what I am taking is aqueous. Same copper sulfate, aqueous example ತೆಕೊಂಡು explain ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ change ಇರಲಿ ಅಂತ I have taken sodium chloride. Aqueous sodium chloride I have taken. And now I take inert electrodes. Again, I do not want to again complicate reactions and complicate ಮಾಡಬೇಡ. Therefore, inert electrodes ತೆಗೊಳ್ಳುವ. Because we are focusing on one point here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು point ಗೆ focus ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. It is why we have taken inert electrodes. What are the species we have? Na plus we have, Cl minus is what is obtained when sodium chloride dissociates. Along with that, we have water. Water contains OH minus and H plus. Sorry, H plus and OH minus. Therefore, two cations we have, two anions we have. Both the cations will move towards cathode. Now, in between the sodium and the hydrogen ions, there is a competition for the species to undergo reduction. ನಾನು ಮೊದಲು ಅಂತ ಜಗಳ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೇವೆ. ಆಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, cathode ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, it will select ion which is favorable for reduction. What does cathode do? Cathode is like a judge here. It will select the ion which is favorable for reduction. Which ion is favorable for reduction? Ion which has higher E naught value. Higher E naught value. Anode is same. The one which is favorable for oxidation is the one which has lower E naught value. Lower E naught value that is favorable for oxidation. E naught values and it is reduction potential value. For higher reduction potential value favorable for reduction, lower reduction potential value favorable for oxidation. Therefore, you must try to remember their E naught values. Sodium minus 2.71, hydrogen 0.0, Cl 1.36, OH minus 1.23. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಿರಬೇಕು. As you work out more and more problems, these are the common species which you come across. Now, between Na plus H plus, which E naught value is favorable for reduction? Reduction is yavudu favorable? H plus. Very good. Very good. H plus undergoes reduction and converts into hydrogen gas. Now, between these two, which is favorable for oxidation?
OH minus.
OH minus converting into O2. OH minus converting into O2 because 1.23 lower reduction potential value favorable for oxidation. OH minus connect to O2. Again, we'll try to balance. Then the balance ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡಿ. 2 OH minus O2. There were 2 electrons. ಎಷ್ಟು H ಇದೆ? 2 ಇದೆ. Therefore, 2H plus. There were 2 minus 2 charge plus 2 charge. There were how many electrons? 4 electrons. So when OH minus converts into O2, 4 electrons. ಅದೇ ತರ cathode ಅಲ್ಲಿ balance ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ H plus converting into H2. There were 2H plus 2 electrons. There were 4H plus 4 electrons forming 2H2. Now 4 electrons in the cathode, 4 electrons in the anode. Reaction is balanced. When therefore, what you must keep in mind, ಇದು ಮುಗಿಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು change ಇದೆ. I'll tell you that later. Now, third point, what you must keep in mind, you must look into competitive species. Competitive species which are taking part in the reaction and select appropriate species depending upon E naught values. The third point, whenever there is competition for reduction and oxidation, select the appropriate species based upon their E naught values. Fourth point that is in this example, example there is an exception. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇರೋದು. ಇನ್ ದ ಪಿ ಯು ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇರೋದು. therefore keep this in mind. ಹೈಯರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಇನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಪಿ ಯು ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್. therefore ಜನರಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ OH ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಇರುವಾಗ, when there is a chloride ion and OH minus ion, there is an exception. This reaction do not take place. E reaction agudilla. Which reaction occurs? Cl minus converts into Cl2 by losing 2 electrons. The anodic reaction, when aqueous sodium chloride is used, aqueous sodium chloride use ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ anodic reaction is Cl minus converting into Cl2. Therefore, product of electrolysis of aqueous sodium chloride is hydrogen gas at cathode, chlorine gas at anode, and sodium hydroxide remaining in the electrolytic cell. So three products we get: hydrogen gas, chlorine gas, sodium hydroxide. If you recall the previous year's S block elements chapter, I think that topic was a deleted topic from the Nenpilla S block. But if you go back into the S block elements chapter of previous year, method of preparation of sodium hydroxide anta ide. Caustic soda prepare ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ, by electrolytic method of electrolysis of brain solution. Brain solution, ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. Salt solution, normally sodium chloride solution, that is called as brain solution. Electrolysis of brain solution is a method of preparation of caustic soda. Yake? Instead of this reaction, E reaction in a badalu, E reaction ಆಗ್ತದೆ. What is the reason for that? It's an exceptional reason called as over potential. Over potential. In the previous year, ನಾನು previous year thermodynamics ಅಥವಾ equilibrium chapter ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೆಲವರಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ನೆನಪಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೆನಪಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಫಾರ್ ಎನಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ to get a complete idea regarding a reaction, 3 points you must keep in mind. So we must know 3 parameters. One is thermodynamic aspect of that is whether the reaction is spontaneous or not. That is understood by delta G value. Second one is to what extent reaction takes place. That is understood by K value. Third factor is rate of reaction. What is the speed with which reaction occurs? That is understood by small k, rate constant. Therefore, ಒಂದು reaction in a complete study ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, whether it is spontaneous or not, ಎಷ್ಟು reaction ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು product ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, that is from equilibrium, and what is the speed, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೊತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ reaction ಮುಗಿದು ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, speed of the reaction, that is by rate constant. Even though thermodynamically, this reaction is favorable, E reaction favorable, because of lower E naught value, this reaction is favorable. But that is not the only factor. Thermodynamics ಒಂದೇ factor ಅಲ್ಲ reaction ಅನ್ನು find out ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಥವಾ product ಅನ್ನು find out ಮಾಡಿ. Remaining 2 factors are also important. Rate, kinetic ಬರುವಾಗ this concept of over potential comes to picture. Kinetically, formation of O2 is less favorable. O2 formation is less favorable. Reaction is slow. Activation energy is high. Other chemical kinetics chapter will come across this term. Activation energy of this is very high. Therefore, kinetically it is less favorable. Because it is less favorable, ಇದನ್ನು favorable ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ extra potential apply ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Therefore, this was the electrode potential of this. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್, ಸಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್, ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಓವರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್. ಥಿಯರಿಟಿಕಲಿ ಇದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಬಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟಲಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓವರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್. ಆಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 0.2 ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ 1.43. Now reduction potential of OH minus becomes 1.43 because of extra potential required because of over potential. Now which is the value which is favorable for oxidation? ಈಗ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಫೇವರೇಬಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು? 1.36 or 1.43?
1.36.
1.36. ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಗೆ ಲೋವರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದು? 1.36. Therefore, in the case of formation of O2, or whenever formation of O2 is involved, even though theoretical value is 1.23, experimentally some extra potential is required to overcome this activation. For that purpose, experimental potential value will be higher than the theoretical. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ higher, it overcomes Cl minus ಇದು overcome ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Therefore, experiment ಮಾಡುವಾಗ we get chlorine gas instead of oxygen gas. ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. Instead of Cl minus Br minus ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ O2 ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, Br minus will not convert into Br2. Keep this in mind. In the PU level, over potential, our concept we apply only for oxygen and compare it with chlorine. That is in the case of aqueous sodium chloride. In all other cases, don't consider over potential. Consider only the third point, competitive E0 values matra consider ಮಾಡಿ. You must predict product of electrons. Now last point ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸಿಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ will clear that. Therefore, first point, electrodes nature. Therefore, product of electrolysis depends upon nature of electrode, depends upon competing species. Third one, it depends upon over potential. One exception matra, over potential. Fourth one, concentration. It also depends on concentration. Because ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ನೋಡಿರುವಂತದ್ದು E0 values ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is for 1 molar solution. But experimentally, when you perform reaction, we cannot maintain 1 molar concentration. Therefore, E values are required. E values are calculated based on Nernst equation. What is Nernst equation? E is equal to E0 minus 0.0591 divided by N into log of concentration of reduced species divided by concentration of oxidized species. Reduced species, oxidized species, or product divided by reactant. To understand this, we'll take example of sulfuric acid. Normal, dilute, or 1 molar sulfuric acid. And second example is concentrated sulfuric acid. What are the species we have? Cation is H plus, only H plus is a cation. Therefore, it undergoes reduction and converts into H2. Anions, we have two, OH minus and SO4 2 minus. Therefore, there is a competition between these two. OH minus O2 ಆಗ್ತದೆ, SO4 2 minus will form S2 OH 2 minus. Electrode potential value ನೆನಪಿದೆಯಾ? ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ಇದು ಆಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ? 1.98. Now, can you tell me which is undergoing oxidation in anode here? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು anode ಅಲ್ಲಿ oxidation ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು?
OH minus.
OH minus converts into O2 and undergoes oxidation. Correct. Dilute solution ali this is what happens. In concentrated solution, ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರುವಾಗ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಆನೋಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದಿಸ್. This is the product at anode in the concentrated solution. Now can anyone explain this? ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಹಿಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. I can call him as intelligent.
Sir, in concentrated acid, OH minus concentration will be very low, and SO4 2 minus concentration will be high. Therefore,
Okay.
it will undergo oxidation.
ಅದು ನಾನೇ
Sir.
ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಇದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ
Sir, in
ಇದರ
concentrated solution,
ಓವರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಏನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನಾನು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ದರ್ಫೋರ್ ಈ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಈ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್. ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ನಾನು ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಯರ್ ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ರ್ಯಾರ್ಲಿ ಐ ಗೆಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ದರ್ಫೋರ್ ಅದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ.
sir, there are more
concentrated.
there are more probability, sir.
No,
Sir,
not that.
Sir, since
yes.
H2SO4 is concentrated, no sir, it will
Yeah.
dissociate more and product concentration will be more. Hence, the E0 value minus that log, that value will be there, no sir. It will go on down and that reaction favors for SO4.
If
that-
this goes down, ಏನಾಯ್ತು? If this goes down, ಏನಾಯ್ತು? If this goes down, ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ.
Sir, that will be increased.
ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು.
Sir, in sulfuric acid, sir, when it is concentrated, the amount of water will be less, no, sir.
ನಾಟ್ ವಾಟರ್, ವಾಟರ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ವಾಟರ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್
Reactant will be high because product concentration is high. Therefore, when we minus that larger value,
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನಕ್ಷರ.
when we subtract that larger value, we get a lower value of electrode potential. So, oxidation. Sir.
Yes, you are coming closer. Yes, ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಆಯ್ತು. You have concentrated sulfuric acid. The concentration of sulfate ion is high. Now this reaction, what you have written, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿರುವ reaction ಯಾವುದು? I have written oxidation reaction. Correct. ಈ reaction ಬರೆದಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು? It is oxidation. Nernst equation ಗೆ ಯಾವ reaction apply ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Which reaction should I apply for Nernst equation?
Reduction
reaction I must apply. Therefore, I must write the reverse reaction. S2OA 2 minus converting into SO4 2 minus. This is the reaction which I must apply for Nernst equation. Now, in this reaction, this is a product, this is a reactant. Idu product, idu reactant type. Correct? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Concentrated sulfuric acid ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ sulfate ion concentration is very high. Concentration of sulfate ion is very, very high. The concentration of the product is very high. Concentration of the product is very high. Therefore, ಈ equation ಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಈ equation ಅಲ್ಲಿ concentration of product is very high. Therefore, log of 10, log of 100 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 100 log is more. So as the concentration of the product increases, this entire value ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಇದು entire value ಯಾವುದು? This entire value increase ಆಯ್ತು. ಹೌದಾ? Are you getting the point?
Yes, sir.
As the concentration of product increases, the entire value increases. ಇದರ entire value, ಇದರ value ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗೆ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ? ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ? Decreases. ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ will decrease. When this value increases, ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ decreases. ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು? 1.23 ಇತ್ತು O2 ಇದು ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ 1.98 ಇತ್ತು. ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓವರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 1.4 ಗೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1.9 ಇಂದ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು 1.3 ನಾವು OH minus 1.4 ಇದೆ, SO4 1.3 ಇದೆ, which is favorable for oxidation now.
SO4 2 minus.
SO4 2 minus. Therefore, in the concentrated solution ಅಲ್ಲಿ, this is the reaction occurring. In the dilute solution, this is the reaction occurring. All the 4 points what we have discussed in previous class, it is there in NCERT. NCERT ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಟು, but NCERT ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. They have given it in 1-2 sentence ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, after this class, after all the classes today, go through the NCERT textbook ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡಿದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿನ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ NCERT textbook ನೋಡಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ make your notes, then you will this concept becomes clear. There are four factors to understand product of electrolysis. One is nature of electrode, second one competing species, third one over potential, exceptionally in case of OH minus and Cl, fourth one concentration. ಈ 4 ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿನ ಮೇಲೆ product of electrolysis will depend upon. By this we end the very important topics of the chapter of electrochemistry. In the coming classes, we look into application part by taking batteries. Interesting topic adu batteries, because application alli use agtade. We will take up that in the coming class. Thank you.